Hi there, I'm Jordan Barkey and I'm a student at Fleming College. I'm studying forestry, and today I'm going to be talking to you about how to estimate volumes in standing timber. So here we have a nice hard maple. Now you're not going to be able to just estimate volumes, you're actually going to have to take some measurements. So what you're going to need is diameter at breast height, which is always 1.3 meters above the ground. And then you're also going to need to get the height. So I have with me a DBH tape. So 1.3 meters is about here for me. So I'm going to go around here, make sure it's level. You want to get in there, I got about 58 and a half, 58.6 centimeters. So now you're going to get the height of the tree. Now I'm using a clinometer. You can use a Biltmore stick or any tool that you have available. I paced out 30 meters here, and I'm going to use the 15 meter scale on the clinometer. Now the key is for measuring, for estimating volumes, you're going to want to measure the gross merchantable height, not the full height to the top of the crown. Gross merchantable height is where the trunk tapers to about 10 inches in diameter, or there's major defects or heavy branching. So my gross merchantable height here was 16.5 meters.
This is a photo of the tree that was measured. The gross merchantable height is represented by the red line. I believe that I was fairly generous when calculating this measurement, just to take that into account. So to get volume estimations, you will often need to convert metric measurements into imperial, as many volume tables use imperial units. So we'll do a quick review on my measurements and then convert them into imperial. So my diameter at breast height was 58.6 centimeters, which is 23 inches. Our gross merchantable height was 16.5 meters, and that's 54 feet. Now, with many of these volume tables and estimating volumes, you're going to find that the height is not an outright height. It's measured in 16-foot lengths. So we have 54 feet, and we're going to divide that by 16, so that's 3.37. So we're going to round that down to 3 16-foot lengths for our tree. So we're going to start with the Doyle rule. We had 23 inches for diameter. We're going to drop it down to 22. And then there's 3 16-foot lengths. So that gives us 380 board feet. Now we'll try the International Quarter Inch rule. This table is very commonly used and believed to be fairly accurate. Now we'll look at our tree. We have 22 inches in diameter with 3 16-foot lengths, which will give us 490 board feet. Alright, so finally we'll use this Great Lakes St. Lawrence volume table. As you can see, it's species specific, so I have hard maple up there. It also has different grade classes. It doesn't affect the board footage in the end, so I just put down a grade 2 at 23 inches, and that gave us 310 board feet. So there's quite a few different volume tables that you could use, giving you different board footage. What it comes down to is when you're estimating volume in standing timber, there's going to be variance with the tables. With the actual timber, there may be defects or heart rot that is not visible. So it's always a gross volume, not a net volume. You may not always be using your timber for lumber. You may be cutting it down for firewood. So for the instance of the tree that we're measuring, it was 310 board feet, So that equals about 0.2 cords. So we'd have to cut about 5 trees of that same size to get 1 full cord of firewood. To conclude, you're going to need 3 things to accurately measure a gross volume in standing timber. You're going to need the height, the DBH, and some sort of volume table, preferably something that is area specific. Thank you for watching, and hope you learned something.